It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Titans on EA Sports.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin with you as always for another NFL season. Exciting to get this thing going once again, CD. And we've found ourselves saying this for several seasons now, but the Tennessee Titans and their fans wondering, is this the year? Can they get over the playoff hump? And the long road to those playoffs begins here today against the New York Giants.
If we go back to last season, we certainly think this is a favorable matchup for the Titans, right? Because they were 12-5, the number 1 seed in the AFC for the first time since 2008, before being upset at home by Cincinnati, who went on to the Super Bowl. The Giants, well, last year was just abysmal, 4-13, and they've only made the playoffs once since winning it all in 2011. So let's face it, history, right now it's on Tennessee's side, but it's still opening day, and optimism reigns for both teams.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Nashville. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
There were a few eyebrows raised when Tennessee took Malik Willis in the 3rd round this year, but rest assured, Ryan Tannehill is still the man in Tennessee after leading the Titans to the top seed in the AFC last season. His 12 wins were the most he's posted in 9 seasons as an NFL starter. And he's only the 3rd quarterback to lead the Titans to 3 playoff appearances in the NFL, joining Steve McNair and Warren Moon. Here we go.
Tannehill to the air right off the bat. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
New York State committed to Daniel Jones for a 4th season, but also made this a decisive year by declining his 5th-year option. 2022 looks like Jones' final chance to prove he can be the franchise face for the Giants, and he does have a cadre of weapons that he'll need to top his career highs of 3,000 yards and 24 touchdowns that he set as a rookie.
First down carry for Barkley, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Throwing Jones.
finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Jones keeps it himself, and he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there of all the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is, as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 15.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He had the ball that hidden and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you are exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is just depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The first down screen pass, good for 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good reckoning.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Titan football. Ryan Tannehill and the Titans going to get the football back. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
And a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Nice tackle, nice play by Kevin Byard.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And that will come the offense as they take over. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll put the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tannehill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone. And go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Dable reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call.
The previous play is under review.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's Tannehill.
That one caught downfield. It's Hooper.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Carson Wentz with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood. See what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they trail in that one to the visit.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll go to Barkley again.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 29, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Jones now to throw on third down. Out to the right here to Shepard.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Start on the ground here on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Jones. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Kadarius Toney really created headlines with a 10-catch game as a rookie, but couldn't stay healthy enough to build on it. Still had over 400 yards in his first campaign and should blow by those numbers with a full season in 2022. Nice first down pickup for the speedster right there.
Here's a give to Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
To about the 33-yard line.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Let's go.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 1st down carry for Henry. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
They run wide side with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
Here comes Tony on the return.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They begin with Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Go.
Tannehill. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. to the 43, second down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 50, it's Tannehill.
This is Phillips yet again. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, here's Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They run the option on second down.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Pass interference. Defense.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one for myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Ugo Amadi there to make the tackle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Jones, first throw of overtime here.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Fulton.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Holding. Defense.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
That penalty is declined.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for Tennessee, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
it.